Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily. Des here, of course. Thursday thoughts today. Your questions answered. Sorry I'm a bit late. I've been to the seaside for the day. Really enjoyed that. Had a really nice day with Kay and her family. So that was nice, but we got stuck in a bit of traffic on the way back. So didn't quite get back for 6 o'clock, but I'm here now. Like I said, I've had a really good day. I've had a really good week, to be honest. Really had the week off, mentioned that a few times. So we've managed to get out and about. We've been to the coast today, got some more running in. Really pleased with that. 3 days in a row running now, which has really made me feel good. No significant pain after that. So it's all good stuff. Lots of positive stuff happening with Do Running as well and DOdaily. So, and I'm going to touch on that a bit later. One of the questions I got asked was particularly about that. So, like I say, I'll touch on that a little bit later. Yeah, so hopefully you've managed to get out there. It was amazing at the seaside. The weather was fantastic, really hot when I was running. So whilst I have done 3 days in a row, it's really taken it out of me. But persevering with it, keep going. It's a tough situation at the moment all around. I'm finding it tough with the running, but the whole thing's quite tough for people to deal with. Of course, there's more talk about lockdown. I see today, just before I came live, that the London Marathon's been cancelled, and there's a couple of options to decide with that. I know some of the guys are particularly interested in that and what they can do and how they can do that. Just seeing messages pop up about it as I speak. So yeah, it's there's lots of uncertainty, and I think that's only understandable. Whilst there's so much on the news, so much to talk about, so many plans being rescheduled and moved about, it's going to make people sort of unsure what they're doing, a bit uneasy, and a bit upset if things get cancelled. All I'll say, guys, is just keep persevering. Things come along, really sort of get us at the wrong time. There's never a good time for something unplanned. Spoke recently about my injury and family being ill and things like that, and it always seems to be the worst time, but it's just life sometimes. And I'm not saying that you should ignore it and that you should deal with it just like that, but it's just a case of these things crop up when we least expect them all the time. I was watching something on YouTube where someone was saying, like, all the bills come at the same time, or this happens. Well, there's never a good time, is there? Whatever goes wrong, it's never a good time. So sometimes it's just a case of persevering and battling through, really giving it a good go. All we've tried to do this week is visit a few different places, see a few different things. Like I say, getting to the seaside, getting to a nice place yesterday really has made us feel good. Helps me as well. I can sort of use some of the time to plan what I'm doing, plan all the different DOdaily activities and things like that, and things we need to do. Lots and lots coming up. The first question was basically from Dawn, who was asking, will Do Running change? Dawn's a regular, and I've mentioned a lot of times we hold 3 regular running sessions, a Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Sunday morning here in Nottingham. And of course, with everything that's going on, the new normal, as we keep being told, Dawn's asked the question, have I got any plans for Do Running, the regular sessions, DOdaily, what going forward? What is it that I'm looking to put in place? First of all, Dawn, what I'd say is, in terms of the regular groups, my feeling is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Whilst they're not that straightforward to put on all the time, and I'm always talking to people about venues and locations to run from and what we can get in terms of an incentive and things like that. Of course, I was doing that before lockdown. I was in negotiations with a venue and still got that to sort of tie up. But what I will say is, looking at the not the constraints, that's the wrong word, looking at what's required of myself and do running to be able to put on activity sessions, we don't have to do a great deal. I'm currently working on a risk assessment, which will be hopefully posted in a COVID area of the website, www.dorunning.org.uk. And then we need to keep records of people who attend. That's what we already do. We've got our bases we work from within the city and by the river here at Trentbridge. So my thinking is hopefully in the next 4 to 6 weeks, we should be able to get sort of up and running with the groups, perhaps even sooner. I've been speaking with some of the guys I work with and trying to get a feel for what they're doing. And like I say, particularly if we go forward outdoors for the foreseeable future whilst it's warm before the clocks change in October, which is of course really rushing, coming up on us. The year's flying by and we all know the reason for that, but let's be positive. So I'll be looking to sort of carry that on. There might be some restrictions in how we sort of position ourselves when we meet up, and there might be restrictions on numbers. I'm really reluctant to go forward whilst there's any restrictions on numbers. Whilst we don't get the biggest groups in the world, I like to think it's more about quality, not quantity. I still wouldn't want anybody to come and, like Helen was saying with the park run, you can't offer something which you're saying is for everybody and then restrict the numbers on the people coming in. It's really important for us all to get back, everyone to enjoy that same spirit. I spoke last week about inclusivity and my feelings about that and my opinion. And I think it's really, really important to make everybody feel included right from the outset. And whilst I've got opinions on certain things, good, bad, indifferent, I'll treat everybody exactly the same. And I think that's really important. And I get really sort of frustrated with the fact people forget that. Yes, I totally understand there's different demographics that need encouraging perhaps a little bit more to get involved. But anything I encourage, for example, the City Slickers group locally, which is done within certain areas of the city to try and encourage people there, I will not sort of eliminate anybody from outside those demographics. It's just about doing something. If you feel part of a team, all those materialistic things people get stressed and worried about go out the window. So it's really important for us just to carry on in the same vein. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make here. Really carry on sort of doing the things we do. We've got a brilliant spirit when we've got the groups up and running. Like I say, whilst people can just turn up, enjoy them, come and go as they please, there is a lot that goes into sorting those. But it's not too much to do. Like I said, there's not a massive amount in terms, perhaps myself and Kay or maybe one or two others, got to look at being a COVID officer. I don't think there's a great deal to that, but these are all the instructions from Sport England. So in terms of the group activity, when we do get going, we'll go forward exactly how I have been. Of course, I'll put that work in to find the location that suits us, to find a base that works for us all. Of course, we have a big social side to that, and that's one thing we might have to sacrifice initially. The Trentbridge group I talk about, the ones we've been doing the Wednesday workout on the back of, we tend to meet socially afterwards. We share. We've been meeting in a local pub or a local place, or we go to events and do these things together. And that's the only one thing we might have to sort of be restricted on for the time being. The activities there, the availability is there to take part. And ultimately, running is the most important thing. The social side's fantastic. And it's why we've got what we've got, why we've got a great community. But whilst everybody can see it on the news, I think it was Aberdeen yesterday, closing pubs, and we've seen it not too far away in Leicester. It's just one of them things we're going to have to deal with, keep sort of persevering with, and we'll get that back. like anything, we'll get it. I've mentioned before about looking forward to things that we sometimes looking forward to the things is the best bit, and we just got to keep looking forward. Again, with London, whilst it's frustrating, lots of people have trained hard. Lots of people have been sort of got the heart set on it. It's one of those must-do things. It's really important to keep looking forward to it and just readjust. I can assure you, for London in particular, the training is not going to waste. If you keep that level of fitness going, if you keep working at it, you'll be in absolutely tip-top condition come the day. I wish I'd have had another couple of months. We all look back in hindsight and say that. So it's really important just to keep looking forward to these things. Keep looking forward to the group coming back. Keep getting involved. We've done lots of activities. A lot of things have started for me personally, for DOdaily and Do Running. Of course, this YouTube channel, which I absolutely love doing. So I'm putting a lot of my efforts into that. I need to make it a bit better. I need to make it how I want it to be, get more subscribers, get more followers, build on this community, spread the word. And that's the point, because what I really want to work with, what I am sort of focused on, is extending that offer outside the existing group. We've got lots of, whilst we've got those regular groups, and it's important for the people locally and the hardcore, so to speak, to have those available. It's important for us to keep. It's important for me to keep spreading that word about activity, getting people involved. The work I do with the local GOGA, the local community project here in Nottingham, is really, really important stuff, and it's really good for us to keep working together. Whilst it is Do Running, whilst I kind of make a decision on what we do and how we take things forward, having their support is absolutely fantastic. And they work with several other partners, so it's just about getting involved in different things. Whilst I'd love you all to be part of the Do Running community, they have lots on offer. People have struggled during lockdown to offer activity, outdoor activity. And the one thing we've done is find a way to keep doing it, whatever the circumstances, whatever sort of thrown at us, thrown at me personally. We find a way to work hard at it, put in all those miles. Some of the Wednesday workouts, some of the solidarity sessions and the Saturday sessions, been absolutely fantastic, and really, really highlight what we do. Sometimes I think that people don't understand the impact they have on doing those on others looking in. I've mentioned, sort of without mentioning any names, lots of people have kind of shut down and just they'll come back. Whilst you might see their core team on Zoom or this, or a quiz, lots of people got zoomed out straight away. So it's just a case of keep evaluating, keep coming up with different things, keep coming up with quirky ideas, whether it's 2, 6, or 26. It's really important just to keep getting involved, and it's important for the individuals. It's really, really important to keep going. Hannah asked me a question which I don't know a great deal about, but again, she's a regular locally. She's asking about the relationship with GOGA and how that might be affected by COVID. And so, as far as I know, it's absolutely fantastic. They're really supportive of what I'm doing here, what DOdaily's doing. They put a lot of effort into supporting me to bring the activities, and supporting DOdaily and such things like that. So what I think the point is there, Anna, is lots of organisations are having to take a look at what their offer is, during COVID. Of course, it's worrying that people are getting made redundant. People are still furloughed, and don't know whether they've got a job to go back to. And I really, really feel for those people. I'm fortunate enough with the bit of work I do that I haven't got that kind of pressure, and that thankfully lots of people I know personally are not struggling in that sense. So again, hopefully it's just a case of sort of persevering with it. One thing we've got to do is keep sticking to the rules, keep wearing a mask, keep taking part, but keeping a distance. I've said from day one, if we do what we need to do, then we're going to be, or we're going to be helping the cause, the bigger sort of issue out there, and that's important, isn't it? I see one or two groups, sort of one or two groups of people, not groups, whether it's activity or whether it's in pubs or where one or two like large groups, and really that's what we're being advised against. And whilst I'd love that, I'd love to be involved in some of that stuff. I had a birthday party cancelled, which I'm still wanting to do, but we've just got to wait, haven't we? It's just one of those things. It's just keep doing the right thing, keep being healthy. The news this week there's been a real focus on how being healthy can really sort of help you if you do get it. I mentioned last week I'd got it, but I've been active, and that's all I'm trying to do is just keep pushing forward, keep moving on, keep working on all these different plans and seeing where it's to go. And whilst I can't answer things 100%, this is definitely going to happen, that's definitely going to happen, all I can do is say we'll keep working at it. If we stick together, if we work together within this little community we've got, nothing has to change. Nothing has to change drastically. Of course, there'll be different ways of dealing with things. There might be different things out in public. But once we get out there running as a group, doing activity as a group, watching, doing DOdaily, inviting people from Dover, Azerbaijan or the Lake District or wherever they are to join us, then that's fantastic, isn't it? That's what it's all about. That's just a reminder to keep going, keep giving it a real go, and one day we'll get back to normal. Like I say, there was a lot to go out there. Dawn's question sort of led on to many things, but it's really important just to remember that. Just keep focusing on the positive. Of course, last week I put the question out there about your favourite park runs. Got one or two answers. Dawn, again, she replied saying she likes Colwick Park Run, but a couple of us went to Victoria Park Run in Leicester about a year ago now. I think it was really nice. Again, that friendly spirit. I think I'm right in believing Dawn's not done that much park run tourism, so again, it really highlighted that that fantastic spirit that's on offer at park run, and that's why I've been encouraging that a lot recently. The not park run thing. I've done it 4 times this week, and it's really helping me. Something and nothing, maybe. It's inspiring me to get out there. It's making me think. When I get to 2.5 miles, I need to push on to 3.1 miles, to get my 5K in, to log it. It's just working. Another one, Kay mentioned that her favourite park run was, I can't remember what she said, Clumber Park, I think. No, Lincoln, because again, it was all part of tourism and getting out there, and she said she had a fab day with friends, and also there was an old people's home where the residents were waving out the window. That's what we're trying to remember. And we ran around there 3 times, so it's really nice that they got the benefit of spectating as well. Helen Hood as well spoke about that last week, so that's really important. To finish today, what I'm going to do, because like I say, I'm feeling really positive, feeling fantastic about everything. There's so many plans to go at. And whilst COVID is an annoyance, it's a frustration, a distraction from the reality, I can't help but feel in many ways it's helped me and DOdaily sort of identify where we want to be, sort of focus on what's important, focus on what we can do to make a difference. And that's made me feel great. So what I'm asking today, I'm asking the question, I'm putting it out there. I don't want no negativity, just one piece of positivity. Why has COVID made a positive difference to you? I've spoken about those things we do daily. I've spoken about sort of listening to music, doing different things, doing the DOdaily thing. That's the biggest thing for me, to be honest. And doing all sorts of different things that I would not normally do. Do you know, the solidarity sessions is another real highlight. So what I want you to do, like I say, no negativity. It's all about being positive. Positive question. What one positive has come out of COVID for you? For now, guys, I'll be back in the morning, a little less rushed, hopefully, unless I'm lying, which I won't. Out for a walk somewhere in Nottingham to attack the day. Process my thoughts properly for the weekend, and look forward to the Saturday selfie. I'll have more details of that. Just doing it. Take care, guys.